Home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And welcome to a Friday baseball special, or the last one before I go on vacation. It is the New York Yankees with a chance to clinch a tie for the American League on this Sunday, September 18th, 1949. It's not really, or June 25th, 2021. The Yankees had the chance to do it because they will host the Cleveland Indians, who are 79-62. The Yankees are 90-51. The lead is large enough that a Yankee win puts the magic number at 1, which assures the Yankees at least 163rd game. And if, God willing, and the creek don't rise, the Yankees could clinch as early as our next scheduled live baseball stream, which is July 6th. July 6th. At noon Eastern, which will either be Cleveland of the Yankees or something in the National League. So there you have it. Vic Raschi looking for his 19th win against Al Benton. The Yankees on a rainy day in New York are looking for the postseason next. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1949. The Pennant Chase is on. And today's game between the New York Yankees and Cleveland Indians is brought to you by DigitalAdice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. There we go. Get that froggy out of my throat. Vic Raschi is on the mound this afternoon for the Yankees, the Springfield Rifle, on I think what would probably be the opening day of the NFL season, wouldn't it? It's that late, September 18th. So the Giants are probably playing at the Polo Grounds, while the Yankees are hosting what is probably not a pennant clincher. They can't clinch this one, but they can pretty much assure themselves of going. So anyway, Raschi making his 33rd start. He is 18-10 with an ERA of 3.86. Not pitched well in September. 2 previous starts, 2 wins and an ERA of 5.17. He is 30 years old, a fastball pitcher, 85, and a standard pitcher. He has won his last 4 decisions. How you doing, Buckshot? This is his 7th start against the Indians, so he's quite familiar with them and has pitched very well, thank you very much. 51 innings, 41 hits, 17 runs, 13 earned. He has walked 18 and struck out 21. He is 4-2 against the Tribe with a 2.29 ERA. I'm doing quite well, thank you. His last start was against the Senators on the 10th, so he's on a full rest and more. 9 innings and a win, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, and look at this, no walks. Thanks, John. And he struck out 4. So overall, 256 in the third frames, 243 hits, 18 homers, 122 runs, 110 earned. He's walked 99 and struck out 124. And this will be the lineup he'll face as the Yankees try to clinch a tie in the American League. Dale Mitchell leads off in left field for Cleveland. The manager, Lou Boudreau, will bat second and plays short. Mickey Vernon at first will hit third for the Tribe. Larry Doby cleans up in right. Joe Gordon at second will bat fifth. Bob Kennedy at third will bat sixth. Thurman Tucker in center field. The old Shy Sox vet will bat seventh. Hegan behind the plate goes eighth, and Al Benton on the mound should go 125 pitches. No Joe DiMaggio for the Yankees. Whatever his injury was, it flared up for a couple of weeks. Charlie Keller is in left field. No football. So this is the big event on the sports calendar. Charlie Keller, a 2 and a 4 in left as we set the Yankee defense. Cliff Mapes is a 3 and a 6 in center. He is not Joe DiMaggio. Hank Bauer, a 3 and a 5 in right. Bobby Brown, a 4 at third. Phil Rizzuto, a 10 at short. Jerry Coleman a 4 at second. Joe Collins is a 2 at first. Yogi Berra a 10 and a 10. And Rashi is at 8 on the mound with a .985 fielding percentage. Rainy day here in the Bronx. Light rain, winds blowing out to center at 15, 73 degrees. Mitchell at 309, 15 triples, 2 homers, and 63 RBI. And we are talking a very, very big if, these two teams end up tied by the end of the year, these two games will decide where a playoff game would be. The Yankees lead the series 11-9. So Cleveland, if they're going to scare the Yankees, need this one and the next one and pretty much be the Energizer Bunny. Pitch to Mitchell from Rashi. A ground ball to Collins. Joe is not a good first baseman. 1 out. He's at 2 with a .920 fielding percentage at first. That, in the words of one Charles Barkley, is terrible. Here's Lou Boudreau. Lou at 293. 2 homers and 56 RBI. Line drive right to Rashi for the out, 2 away. Mickey Vernon at 314, 16 homers and 86 RBI. You missed it yesterday. The Dodgers lost and the Cardinals won. So the lead is now back down close. And there's 2 more games left between those 2 teams. And we will have both of those for you after my vacation. Vernon hits a line drive down the line and left. Extra bases for sure. Keller throws it to third. Brown is there, not in time. Second triple for Vernon. Bobby Brown should have stopped that one. So a 2-out triple for Larry Doby. At 263, 10 homers and 60 RBI. Rashi deals. There's a line drive to third. Bobby Brown makes up for it, and that will retire the side. Cleveland gets a triple by Vernon and leaves him right at third. Half an inning in the books, no score. So Al Benton, 38 years old, fastball pitcher, 81, making his last scheduled start of the year. Must be he got an emergency one from the computer. 6-8 with 5 saves and a 3.60 ERA. Has faced the Yankees 6 times now, his second start. 15 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. He walked 7 and struck out 2. 1-2 against New York with 2 saves, and an ERA of 1.76. His last start came a week ago against the Browns. 6 1/3 innings and a win. 6 2/3 in a win. How bad were the Browns pitchers? Well, he gave up 11 hits and 8 earned runs and still won the ballgame. He walked 3 and struck out 6. 110 innings, 100 hits, 5 homers, 50 runs, 44 earned. He walked 50 and struck out 23. And this will be the lineup the Yankees send out there to try to settle things for the year. Phil Rizzuto leads off at short. Cliff Mapes filling in for Joe DiMaggio in center will bat second. Bobby Brown at third will bat third. Yogi Berra cleans up behind the plate. Charlie Keller, the fourth of 4 lefties in a row, will bat fifth in left field. Hank Bauer and right goes sixth. Joe Collins at first bats seventh. Jerry Coleman at second goes 8th, and Rashi, who threw 10 pitches in his half of the first, bats 9th. Defensively for Cleveland, Dale Mitchell, 6 4 and left. Thurman Tucker, a 5 and a 6 in center. Larry Doby, a 3 and a 5 in right. Bob Kennedy is a 3 at third. Boudreau, a 6 at short. Joe Gordon, a 5 at second. Vernon, a perfect 10 at first. Hegan, a 7 and a 7 behind the plate, and Benton is a 2 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Rizzuto at 296, 8 homers, and 81 RBI for the 1950 MVP. There's a ground ball to short. Boudreaux, 1 out. Cliff Mapes at 274, 5 homers and 31 RBI. Yankees are 90 and 51. This is game 142. They'll have 12 left. The Indians are 79 and 62. Mapes in the right center field. Tucker has it. 2 out. Bobby Brown at 306. 3 homers and 43 RBI. Benton winds and deals. There's a base hit into right or left center field. Yeah, I know my left and my right. So Brown's got the single. 2 out for Yogi at 249. 15 homers and 61 RBI. If the Yankees win this game, regardless of what Cleveland does the rest of the way, assuming Cleveland wins the next game, any one-game playoff would be here in New York because the Yankees will have won the season series. Pitch to Berra. There's a ground ball base hit right side. Brown scampers to third. Runners on the corners, 2 out for Charlie Keller. Charlie at 255, 6 homers and 24 RBI. So even Cleveland went 7 and 4. We would go to runs, I think, if they tied, and the Yankees would get that tiebreaker unless Cleveland wins the next 2 games by 12 runs. So these 2 teams have played very even. Pitch to Keller is a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Brown will score. Rivera goes to third. Tucker will throw it in the infield, and the Yankees are up 1-0. So Keller, an RBI single, brings up Bauer. Hank at 195, 4 homers, and 31 RBI. Bauer hits a base hit in the left center field. Barrow will score. Keller goes to third. And it's 2-0 New York. Brings up Joe Collins. Joe, a bench player, 3 for 9 on the replay, went 1 for 10 in real life. He has 3 RBI. Has a chance for 1 more here. Keller on third, Bauer on first. 2 out, bottom of the first. Yankees trying to play some postseason baseball. Here's a ground ball to second. Gordon over to first, and that will retire the side. But the Yankees get 2 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2 on. After 1, 2-0 Bombers. So Gordon, Kennedy, and Tucker to face Rashi here in the second. Gordon at 274, 18 homers and 79 RBI. There's a ground ball up the middle. Rizzuto behind the bag. Throws the first one out. So here's Bob Kennedy. Bob at 253. 9 homers and 57 RBI. There's a line drive left field. Brown again with a misplay. Kennedy's digging for 2. He's in there with his 27th double. So here's Thurman Tucker at 239. No homers and 10 RBI. Part-time player for the Indians this year. There's a fly ball to center. Mapes drifts back. Makes the catch. Kennedy to third to throw to Brown. Not in time. So 2 out. Close play. Jim Hegan now. Jim at 250. 6 homers and 55 RBI. 2 out, 1 on. Rashi from the wind. Here's a ground ball to Coleman, and it plays Jerry. So the Indians are on the board, 2-1, as Coleman fumbled it. Brings up the pitcher Benton, 2 for 31 on the year with 6 strikeouts. Pitch from Rashi. There goes Hegan to throw down to Coleman, and he has it for a stolen base. Hegan took off on his own. The count is 2-2. Boudreaux just kind of looks over and goes, "What?" Won't matter. Benton strikes out. Rashi got him on a 2-2 rainbow curve. Looking. The Indians get a run on a hit and an error. We go to the bottom of the second inning here. It's New York 2, Cleveland 1. So Coleman, Rashi, and Rizzuto to face Benton here in the second. Jerry at 281, 2 homers and 51 RBI. And Coleman draws a walk. So Rashi with Kennedy and Vernon coming in is going to square. Vic can not too bad at the plate. 229, no homers and 8 RBI. He squares. The bunt is down. Benton comes off the mound. He throws to Gordon covering, and the sacrifice works. Goes on the card 1-4, 1 out for Phil Rizzuto. Phil 0 for 1. Benton 34 pitches for his opening 9, an inning and a third, 4 hits. Both the runs are earned, and he walked the batter. Rizzuto lines that one foul in the right field. 2-2 the count. Got him! Breaking ball at the knees for strike 3. Rizzuto shakes his head. 2 out for Mapes, who's 0 for 1. Got him! So he struck out 2. A 1-2 fastball on the outside corner, and the Indians get out of it. No runs, no hits, no errors. We've played 2. It's the Yankees 2, the Tribe 1. So top of the lineup for Rashi as we play the third. Vic, 31 pitches for his opening 9, 2 hits, 2 innings. No earned runs because the run in the second came on the air by Brown, or Coleman rather, and the strikeout. Ball 4. Mitchell takes his base. Brings up Boudreaux, who's 0 for 1. So the first walk from Rashi. And he walks Boudreaux. 3-0 is up high, and Rashi, who walked 138 in real life. Uh-oh, Tommy Burns got some company here. Wondering where the strike zone went. He brushed his teeth with Pepsodent, so it should be fine. Here's Vernon. He tripled his first time up. And that's up the middle for a base hit. Mitchell will hold at third. The Indians have him loaded for Larry Doby, who's 0 for 1. So a conventional offense in this game. Bases loaded, nobody out, top of the third inning. Mitchell on third, Boudreaux on second, and Vernon on first for Doby. From the stretch, Rachi's pitch is a fly ball to right. Back goes Bauer. The runners are going, and that's a grand slam. He hit that one in the back of the bleachers. And it's 5-2 Cleveland. Again, the champagne, well, it wouldn't be out today anyway, but it's going back in the fridge. Larry Doby with a grand slam, and forget the footage on that. That was well struck. So 5-2 Cleveland here with nobody out in the third inning. Here's Gordon. He's 0 for 1. And he walked. You got to think that whoever wins the National League is going, yep, bring it on. There's Bob Kennedy. He doubled and scored in the second. Line drive, Brown. 1 out. Brown doing his best impression of Carey Price. Caught that one right out of the air, and it's Thurman Tucker's turn. He's 0 for 1. Gets away from Berra, and Gordon will go to second on the wild pitch. So Rashi has lost the script here in the third. A 2-0 count to Tucker, and Gordon on second. There's a base hit right center field. Gordon, I think, is going to, he will score without a throw, and it's 6-2 Cleveland. Brings up Jim Hegan, who was 0 for 1. He reached on an error and stole the base. Got him. An 0-2 fastball. Got him looking. 2 out for the pitcher Benton, who struck out his first time up. From the wind. Fly ball, right center field. Back goes Mapes. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. But Larry Doby with a grand slam puts the Indians up. They get 5 runs on 3 hits and no errors. Bottom of the third inning, it's the Indians 6, the Yankees 2. So Brown, Berra, and Keller to face Benton. And 4 runs isn't going to be enough to stop the Yankees, I don't think. Brown in the left field. Mitchell. 1 out. No, it dropped. It dropped. It just kept sailing on. The wind is blowing out to the left at 15. I thought Mitchell was going to get it, but he kind of misplayed it. And that drops for his 12th double. Brings up Yogi Berra, who singled and scored in the first. Into right field and gone. There is no such thing as a shutdown inning in this game. And for Yogi Berra, that was a line drive down the line and right. And it hooked around the pole at 299 and disappeared at 6-4. A no-doubter if it stayed fair, and it did. The Yankees want to get this done. Here's Keller. Charlie had an RBI single. If they win this, they can do no worse than play a playoff game here in New York. Ball 4. Second walk from Benton. Here's Bauer. Hank, RBI single his first time up. Ground ball, base hit. So both pitchers have forgotten to pitch. And there's still nobody out. Keller on second, Bauer on first for Collins, who's 0 for 1. Benton needs a ground ball. He will not get it. That's a little dumper in the shallow center. Keller scores. Bauer goes to third. And that unseemingly big 4-run lead is down to 1. And there's still nobody out. It's 6-5 Cleveland. Here's Coleman. Jerry walked his first time up. Bauer on third. Collins on first. And there's a line drive down the line and left. Bauer ties the game. Collins will hold at third. Coleman has his 24th double. And it's 6-6. And somewhere in the bowels of the Al Red Sox fan mansion, he is picking up some sticks. So 2 on and nobody out for Rashi. They're not going to try to squeeze. They don't need it. Not with nobody out. And the top of the lineup coming. He's going to swing. Even a strikeout here isn't the end of the world. Pitch to Rashi is a ground ball to Benton. No, Boudreau. It got past Benton, hits the mound. Boudreau's got it. His only play is going to be to first. Collins coming home. Oh, they'll get the Shore out at second. Or do they get anybody? Collins will score. Nope, they got Rashi going to second. Or going to first. And Coleman went all the way to third. So Boudreau robbed Rashi of a hit. Had to take his time, picked it up through to first to get Rashi, and Coleman ran all the way to third base. So after Cleveland's 5 spot in the third, the Yankees have a 5 spot here in the third. Rizzuto's 0 for 2. Boudreau on the grass. Coleman will score. The throw to Vernon, 2 out. No! He's safe! Rizzuto is safe! The throw got away from Vernon. And it scampers in the Yankee dugout. Boudreau had an awkward angle. It's a good thing Tribe Fan's not here. And threw it away. Threw it under Vernon. And the Yankees now have an 8 or 6 spot on the board. They lead it 8-6. So Benton threw 19 batters, 79 pitches. Oh boy. 2 1/3 innings, 9 hits. The home run to Berra. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. He's got a whip right now, guys, of 4.714. That's bad. That's bad. Here's Mapes. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. To second, Gordon. Over to Vernon, and there's finally 2 out. Rizzuto moves to third. Here's Bobby Brown. Bobby is 2 for 2. A single, a double, 2 runs scored. And a shallow left. Here comes Mitchell. And that will retire the side. Wowzers, gang. 6 runs on 5 hits and an error. And the Yankees are looking for the playoffs. Or a World Series. After 3, 8-6 New York. So bring up Dale Mitchell. Rashi, after that bad third inning, is now going to face the lineup a third time through. 67 pitches, 3 innings, 5 hits, 5 of the 6 runs are earned. The grand slam to Doby. 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. What do you think, guys? You think the World Series is going to be a low-scoring pitcher's duel? Pitch to Mitchell into left field. Keller, 1 out. Some serious fireworks in that third inning. 11 runs combined. Here's Boudreau. Blue was walked, scored, and is 0 for 1. Line drive to Rizzuto, 2 out. Rashi could use an easy inning. Vernon tripled, scored, and singled. 2 for 2. Ground ball to Rizzuto, has to hurry, and that will retire the side. So Cleveland goes down in order. There's enough fireworks there to get you through the 4th of July. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 4th inning, I forgot to show you some standings. It's 8-6 New York. Well, although the magic number is 3 for Cleveland, since they're playing in New York, if the Yankees get win number 91, it goes to 1, which is why we get the tie. And they're the only two teams alive left in the American League. Everyone else is done. In the National League, Pittsburgh, because they beat Brooklyn yesterday, is still technically alive. The Giants are still technically alive. 7 back. The Cardinals won their game yesterday. And they still have a game in hand on Brooklyn. So the margin is a game and a half. If you're wondering, that's an interesting stat. The Dodgers are 20 and 22 in one-run games. But in the extra inning games, they're 12 and 1. The Cardinals are more conventional 8 and 9 and 21 and 22 in one-run games. The Yankees, despite a 90 and 51 record, are 20 and 18 in one-run games. Cleveland is 24 and 19. And would you believe the only team in the American League with 10 extra inning wins are the A's? Yogi says enough of that. A single and a 2-run shot down the line and right. 8-6 New York, bottom of the 4th. Line drive to third. Kennedy reaches in the hole. 1 out. For Charlie Keller, Charlie has singled, walked, scored, and drove in a run. Struck him out. So Benton gets him on a curveball on the black. Brings up Bauer 2 for 2. Has scored his 38th run and driven in his 32nd. Here's a line drive to Boudreau, who makes the catch. A diving Ozzie Smith-style stop. And Lou Boudreau goes, who the hell is Ozzie Smith? Oh, you'll find out soon enough. And that'll do it. The Yankees go in order. We go to the 5th on a Friday afternoon here in New York. It is the Yankees 8, the Indians 6. So Doby, who hit a grand slam his last time up, Gordon and Kennedy. And I know Mark Forsberg likes to know what day of the week we're doing these. This is Sunday, September 18th, 1949. Ball 4. So Doby draws the walk to 4th from Rashi. This would be the equivalent of the old late-season ABC Sunday afternoon baseball. With Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell, and Don Drysdale. Here's Joe Gordon. Joe walked, scored, and is 0 for 1. Draws a walk. They're going to give me another laundry list here to read for the recap here in a moment. Here's Kennedy. Oh, yeah, it's a Sunday, so it's a day game. Yep. Kennedy 1 for 2, a double and a run scored. Berra and Rashi converge. Here's a fly ball to left. Keller off the wall. Doby scores. Gordon rounds third. The throw from Rizzuto. Tie. No, they got him. They got him. Berra had the ball. Gordon thought he had it. And it's a tie game. It's not a tie game. 8-7. 8-7. Boudreau was pointing, but Berra had the tag. 1 out. Here's Tucker, 1 for 2 with an RBI. And now we're going to tie this one up. Keller picks it up. Kennedy will hold it third. So Rashi is pitching like he has a Rashi. Here's Hagan. Jim is 0 for 2. He is struck out and somehow stole a base. Got him. Full count fastball, swung on and missed. 2 out for Benton. 8-7 New York. Pitch. There's a ground ball right up the box. Rashi over to first, and that will retire the side. So, Joe Gordon being thrown out at the plate looms large at the moment. The Indians get a run on 2 hits and no errors. We're halfway home. It's 8-7 New York. We'll be back in a moment. All right, here's how we got here. Let's go to the videotape, says Warner Wolf. If you joined us late, here's how we got here. How you doing, Mike from the truck? So the Yankees got 2 in the first. Charlie Keller singled home Bobby Brown to make it 1-0. Hank Bauer singled home Yogi to make it 2-0. And for that person trying to get a hold of me earlier in the private chat, just chat in the regular chat. So much easier to do than doing private DMs in the middle of a stream. And the second, Jim Hegan hit a ground ball that was booted by Jerry Coleman, 2-1 New York. And the third, Cleveland sent 9 to the plate. Larry Doby, a grand slam to make it 5-2 Cleveland. Thurman Tucker singled home Gordon to make it 6-2. And then the Yankees batted around in the bottom of the third inning. Yogi Berra, 2-run shot, number 16 on the year, to make it 6-4. Joe Collins singled home Charlie Keller to make it 6-5. Where am I reading here? Vic Raschi with a fielder's choice to give the Yankees a 7-6 lead. Phil Rizzuto then took advantage of an error by Lou Boudreau to make it 8-6. And then it will be in the fifth inning, Bob Kennedy doubled home Larry Doby to make it 8-7 New York. So the magic number is 3, but since the Cleveland Indians are in second place, a Yankee win not only assures them of at least a 1-game playoff, because it would be the 12th time the Yankees have beat the Indians this year. It would ensure that if there is a 1-game playoff, and that's how the American League settles it, it would be in New York. Gardner's looking to get banned. Al Benton, 4 innings, 9 hits, 8 runs. What's the magic number in Canadian dollars? 1993. Vic Raschi, 5 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned. Not covering himself in clover. But they lead at 8-7. Joe Collins, 1 for 2, single, RBI, and a run scored. The magic number in Canadian dollars? Well, if you go to Eaton's where your value is guaranteed, we'll give you a book of plaid stamps, which is good for 1/6 of a 4x6 at your local beer store. Benton starts the fifth with a liner in the left center field for a base hit. Here's Coleman. Jerry has a double. He has walked, driven in a run, and scored 1 for 1. But man, if there's a 1-game playoff off the home field advantage in front of salty Yankee fans, yeah, the lead is what, 11? Yeah, at this point, they would have to blow an 11-game lead. If it was the Mets, I think they could do it. I think they would want to be in Cleveland. Pitch to Coleman. There's a ground ball to first. Vernon picks it up, runs to the bag himself for the out. Collins goes to second. Brings up Raschi. Vic will stay in the game, 1 out. Kennedy and Vernon to play for the bunt. We will oblige. It's down. Hegan picks it up. Only play is to first. 2-4 on the bunt. And Collins moves to third. Brother Tom mixing a drink in the stands. Here's Rizzuto. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Al Benton has not had a good game. 103 pitches for 27 batters. 4 2/3 innings, 10 hits. A home run. That was to Yogi. He walked 2 and struck out 3 so far. Ball 4. So runners on the corners, 2 out for Mapes, 0 for 3 with the strikeout. Just to tell you how much things have changed in the national media. Of course, this would not have been a clincher anyway. That would come the last weekend of the season with the Red Sox. How you doing, Tribe fan? It was 1965 before there was a national in Major League City game of the week. There was games of the week if you lived, let's say, here in Vermont as early as 1953. But if you lived in a team where there was a Major League team, if you live in the city with a Major League team, or got your TV stations from a major city, you didn't get those. Oh, how you doing, Midlife Crisis? Baseball Demo's doing something too. So this would not have been on national radio. Can you believe that? Pitch to Hegan goes out to talk to Benton. Mapes into left field. Mitchell. Collins is way down the line, and it won't matter because that was 3 out. No runs, a hit, and no errors. We played a wild one here in the Bronx. It's 8-7 New York. So Tribe fan looking for his vacation. Gardner is trying to pull out his Bobby Orr jersey. Just catching up with his vids. Always a good show. Dale Mitchell will lead it off for the Indians here in the 6th. He's 0 for 2. A run scored and a walk. He joined us late. The Yankees' magic number is 3. His Nats replay, Mr. Demos. So if they and Cleveland is in second place. So if the Yankees win, they clinch a tie for the American League and guarantee themselves a home playoff game. If the Indians win, the magic number remains 3. And Cleveland could technically, if they win the next game, get to host a potential one-game playoff. But you would need pretty much the ground to open up and swallow New York whole. Mitchell into left field. Keller, 1 out. Here's Boudreaux. Lou is 0 for 2. A walk and a run scored. Go Naps. They're going to party. Gardner? I'm telling you, I like your brother better. Boudreaux has walked and scored a run. Struck him out. He got him on a 1-2, and Rashi has struck out 4. Here's Vernon. Mickey is 2 for 3. Single, triple, and a run scored. Here's a fly ball to right. Back goes Bauer in the corner, and that ball is caught. Oh, that was a rainmaker, and it's rained the entire game. It's now 76 degrees. Wind blowing left at 23. That's a strong gale. Enough to blow whiny Bruins fans out into the harbor in a light rain. Here's Bobby Brown. Bobby is 2 for 3. He has singled, doubled, scored twice. Berra, who had a monster 2-run shot early in the game, and Keller to follow. Here's a ground ball to the middle. Gordon over to Vernon, 1 out. I haven't seen somebody this salty about a team making a final since I opened up a bag of Mr. Salty pretzels. I miss those. Yogi Berra is 2 for 3. A single, his 16th homer of the year, 63 RBI, and 2 runs scored. There's a ground ball foul, first base side. Count is full. Tribe at 79 and 62. The Yankees at 90 and 51. The Nats didn't even exist the last time the Habs were in the final. Nope. Well, they did, but they actually finished in second place, which a lot of people forget in Montreal. Will Phoenix party like it's 1993 if the Suns make the finals? Maybe you can get Danny Ainge and Charles Barkley out of retirement. Pitch to Berra is a fly ball to center field. Tucker is there. 2 out for Keller. Charlie is 1 for 2. A single, an RBI, a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. Dave Gardner is rooting for the Bruins, the team with the toilet seat logo. We are actually 1 game away from getting my 2 favorite hockey teams in the Cup final. I mean, what's Gardner going to do if we get the Islanders and the Habs in the final? Keep Michael Dumas off drugs or Oliver Miller away from the buffet. Yep. Only Strat season midlife crisis owns in hockey is 92-93. A surprise gift from your girlfriend. Well, no wonder why you married her. Pretty much the same run for the Habs. So a lot had to happen. But all told, I mean, someone made the point the other day. Pitch to Keller is ball 4. Yeah, the Shield I could see being a lid. So Benton is tired. Here's Bauer, 2 for 3. Single twice, RBI, and a run scored. Is that honestly because everyone played within their own divisions all year? Although the 93. Oh, goody, we get to do this. Time to ban somebody. Get Bauer's numbers. She understood your addiction, then knew she was the one. Aww. Thank you. That's sweet. This team is not as good on paper as they were in 93. But you go through the gauntlet you're given. I didn't think they'd get past Winnipeg, and I certainly didn't think they would get past Vegas. Pitch to Bauer is a fly ball left center field. Tucker rides a Schwinn, and he makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 7th on a Friday afternoon. Vacation, vacation, vacation is near. 8-7 New York. She doesn't seem to understand it now. What's her obsession? Shoes, gardening, romance novels? Larry Doby? Probably not Larry Doby. Hit a grand slam in the 3rd. 1 for 2. It's 11th of the year. 4 RBI, 2 runs scored. And a walk. Vacation, all I ever wanted. Vacation, have to get away. And as usual, Tribe fan, we both have the beat. Pitch to Doby is a line drive down the line and right. That's going to be 2. Bauer picks it up. Doby will hold with his 21st double of the year. Tribe fan's good at that. And so the tying run is on for Gordon. And, of course, the Yankees don't want to burn a reliever now. Because Rashi would bat 3rd in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Gordon. Joe has walked twice, 0 for 1 with a run scored. You just got a great deal on flowers. Yep. Get on the holiday road. Yep. And so Gardner, old TV shows, namely, yep, similar to NCAA. Oh, okay. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Murder, She Wrote as long as Jessica Fletcher doesn't come to visit your town. Pitch to Gordon is popped up left side. Rizzuto and Brown converge, and it's Bobby who says, don't be cruel, I can make the catch. 1 out. Here's Kennedy. Bobby is doubled twice. He now has 28 on the year. Drove home a run and scored. Indians win this one. Our first game back on Tuesday the 6th will be the second game of the series. There's a ground ball. Base hit past Coleman. Doby will try to score. Mapes up with it. The throw home. Doby safe. We're tied at 8. The Indians not going quietly into that good night. Here's Tucker. He's 2 for 3. And the goal of the 80s and 90s to get that Summerall dramatic pause. If you hear a knock, don't answer. So Kennedy on first. Looks like you guys are ready for vacation too. Tucker 2 for 3, single twice and an RBI. Ball 4. Am I going to have to pull him? And somebody said something. Barra said something to the home plate umpire. And Gardner is too busy ordering flowers with thorns. So Rashi, we're going to give him one more batter. Hegan is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and reached on an error and stole a base. There's a fly ball to left. Keller will go back and get it. Kennedy goes back to second. Will hold 2 out for the pitcher Benton. And an 8-8 tie. Al is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. I imagine they're going to pinch hit here. Hal Peck. As a pinch hitter, Hal's hitting 179 with 2 RBI. And as a batter, he's hitting 179 with 2 RBI. 5 for 28. I wonder if they've used him as a pinch hitter all along. So 8-8, 2 out, top the 7th. Rashi deals into right field, and that will retire the side. Stretch time, 8-8. Well, Early Wynn is in this game, and right now it is his game. He has not made a relief appearance. He has made 22 starts, and not all of them very good. He is 4-12 with a 4.77 ERA. 29 years old, a fastball pitcher at 85, and a ground ball pitcher. Against the Yankees, he's made 3 starts, 4 appearances. Now, 17 and a third innings. 21 hits, 13 runs all earned. He walked 8 and struck out 6. He's 0-2 with an ERA of 6.75. His last start was 5 days ago against the A's, a loss, 7 innings, 10 hits, 7 runs all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 2. So overall, 143 and a third innings, 165 hits, 7 homers, 83 runs, 76 earned. He's walked 51 and struck out 64. He'll face Collins, Coleman in the pitcher spot here in the bottom of the 7th. I was looking to actually have the great American League pennant race between the Red Sox and the Yankees, so I could feature both the teams. I'm not disappointed that the Yankees are going to win this, because they deserve it. I mean, goodness gracious. You know, they're a 90-win team. We got 2 weeks to go. If they finish 10-3, they'll do something Casey Stengel only did once, and not in a pennant-winning year, and that's win 100 games. But the Red Sox pitching decided not to cooperate. So many great players in the post-war era, in the 40s. You know, I'm delighted that we got the St. Louis and Brooklyn race. That's what was expected. And it was just a chance to feature some players that might not get represented in a replay that you either see or read, such as Pee Wee Reese and Jackie Robinson and Stan Musial. And nothing wrong with the 60s, 70s, or 80s season, but a lot of players don't get the recognition they deserve, and hopefully we've done that. Collins is 2 for 3, as singled twice, driven in a run, and scored. Early wins game starts with a strikeout, a breaking ball, curve on a 2-2, swung on and missed. So a good start for Wynn. Here's Coleman. Jerry is 1 for 2 with a double, an RBI, a run scored, and a walk. And then you get games like we had the other day with Tommy Byrne. I mean, Byrne could throw hard. 93 in 49 is the equivalent of 100 a day. And he couldn't harness it. And it makes for a great story. And yes, if you saw it on Digital Dice, someone posted a funny video of Steve Allen losing it on a skit, a name that you don't hear in a Fortnite stream. And yeah, I laughed most of the way through it. I mean, you just gotta. You just gotta. Pitch to Coleman is a ground ball to first. Vernon to the bag, 2 out. Brings up Vic Raschi, who was done for the day. Who can hit a righty? Cover it with cheese. Well, we're going to cheat. We're going to put in Joe DiMaggio. He's active, so he's going to hit. He has 1 RBI as a pinch hitter, 378 overall, 14 homers, and 59 RBI. Ground ball, base hit up the middle. So 8 runs, 11 hits, an error for the Yankees. They've left on 7. The Tribe, 8 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and they've left on 7. Here's Rizzuto. Phil is 0 for 3. He has walked a batter and struck out a man. And if you're looking for a great deal on flowers, www.davegardnerflowers.com. The first 10 of you to order a bouquet of black roses gets a free body painting lesson. That's www.davegardnerflowers.com. And if that's a real website, I'm going to laugh. Who's on first is still funny. Yep, that is, all those years later. And right now, it's Joe DiMaggio. Rizzuto was 0 for 3, a walk and a strikeout. There's a ground ball to Gordon. He only will go to first. They get the runner there, and Joe goes to second. And that, actually, it wouldn't matter because the side's out. So no runs, a hit, and no errors. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 8-8. And we're going to go with Joe Page. What? I didn't take it. All right. And we're going to put him in the 7 hole. And put in Prohaski at first. So, bunch of changes here. Joe Page, we'll get to him in a sec, is on the mound. DiMaggio stays in the game, bats ninth, and will play center field. And Dick Prohaski is at first now. He's a 4. He will bat in the 2 hole. Page, making his 51st appearance, is 8-3 with 17 saves. A 2.76 ERA. Yes, Merlin Olsen for Dave Gardner Flowers. And a reminder, a free VHS rewinder with every order. Be kind. Rewind. You found your grandfather's porn? Rewind it so no one knows what he watched. Against the Indians, this is his 5th appearance. 6 innings, 9 hits. 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 3 and has 2 saves. This is a win situation. He would be the pitcher of record. His last appearance was against the Tigers yesterday. 2 innings, 3 hits. A run, it was earned. He walked a batter and struck out a man. 84 2/3 innings, 72 hits. 5 home runs. 30 in total, 26 earned. He walked 57 and struck out 65. The next person to order at DaveGardnerFlowers.com also has a chance to win tickets to the next Steel Panther concert. Who knows, you might sit next to the girl from Oklahoma. Mitchell is 0 for 3. He has walked and scored. There's a fly ball to left. Keller comes in. 1 out. Here's Louis Boudreau. Lou was 0 for 3. He has walked and struck out. 8 runs, 9 hits, an error for the Indians. They've left on 7. Yankees, 8 runs, 11 hits, an error. They've left on 8. Into right center field. Bauer, 2 out. Speaking of VHS tapes, is Midlife Crisis. Get serious for a moment. A great short documentary, I think I've seen, that's on YouTube, on the last blockbuster video left in the world in Oregon. Here's Mickey Vernon. Mickey has singled and tripled and scored a run. Struck him out. Or struck him out. Check swing, strike 3. And that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 8th inning, it's 8-8. Here's Prohaski. Dick at 276. 2 triples, a homer, and 25 RBI. Early win in the 2nd inning of work. It's a ground ball to second. Gordon over the first one out. My nose itches. Here's Bobby Brown. Bobby has singled, doubled, and scored twice. And here's a fly ball to left. Mitchell coming in, and that's 2 out. So we're about to get to cardiac time here. Here's Yogi Berra. Yogi hit a home run in the 3rd. He is 2 for 4. Has now driven in 63 runs on 16 homers. And has 49 runs in total. He has scored twice. Pitch to Yogi is a little blooper for a base hit. So Yogi is on with a 2-out single for Charlie Keller. 1 for 2, a single, an RBI, a run scored. He's walked twice and struck out once. And there's a fly ball opposite left field. Mitchell comes in, makes the catch, and we go to the 9th. No runs, a hit, no errors. Joe Page in the 2nd inning of work coming out to face Doby, Gordon, and Kennedy. It is 8-8. Doby hit the grand slam in the 3rd. He is 2 for 3. He also has a double. Has scored 3 times and walked once. There's a chopper to Krohosky at first. He'll underhand it to Page, 1 out. For Gordon, Joe would like nothing better than to make Tribe fan happy and force a meaningful game tomorrow. He's 0 for 2. He's walked twice and scored. It'll be Bauer, pitcher spot, and Coleman for the Yankees in the bottom of the 9th. Struck him out. He got him to look at a 2-2 fastball right down Broadway. And there's 2 out for Kennedy. Bobby has singled, doubled twice, driven in 2, and scored. Up the box, Page over to first, and Joe does his job. No runs, no hits, and if Bauer doesn't reach, we're going to let Page hit because I want him in there in the 10th if need be. It's cardiac time, 8.5 down, 8-8. Sounds like one of my breakfasts. Here's Bauer. Hank is 2 for 4. An RBI. He has singled twice and scored. It is still raining. It has rained the entire day here in the Bronx. 23 mile an hour wind out to left and 77 WABC degrees. Wind rocks and deals, and Bauer in the left, Mitchell, and there's 1 out. And because Page has only thrown 23 pitches, you want him to pitch the 10th. He's 1 for 10. He just kind of sits there and half-heartedly swings. 2 out for Coleman. Jerry 1 for 3. A double, an RBI, a run scored, and a walk. And if Coleman should reach, it's DiMaggio. Pitch to Coleman in the left field, and we're going to get some free baseball. Presented by DaveGardnerFlowers.com. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 10th, 8-8. Here's Tucker. Thurman is 2 for 3. He has singled twice, driven in a run, and walked. Ground ball to second. Coleman, 1 out. DiMaggio, Rizzuto, and Krohosky for the Yankees. Keegan, and it'll be interesting to see what they do with Early Wynn, who is about halfway through his expected pitch count. And if anybody should reach Dale Mitchell here in the 10th. Keegan is 0 for 5. Page to first, 2 out. So Wynn can bat. He's 3 for 47 with 2 RBI. I imagine that they'll pinch hit. They do. It's Mike Tresh. "35 years old, a backup catcher. Hitting 200 with an RBI. As a pinch hitter, he's hitting 500 with an RBI. Page is cruising. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. Coleman over to first, and the Indians are down in order in the 10th. Sam Zoldak. He looks pretty happy, doesn't he? The story on Sad Sam, I knew that. This is his 38th appearance. He is 4-1 with a save and a 3.34 ERA. He's a fastball pitcher at 84, a standard pitcher, and he's 30 years old. He has won his last 4 decisions. This is his 6th appearance against the Yankees. 8 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. He has walked 2 and struck out 2. He pitched yesterday against the Senators, an inning, a hit, and a strikeout. So overall, 56 2/3 innings, 60 hits, a home run, 24 runs, 21 earned. He walked 17 and struck out 14. DiMaggio, Rizzuto, and Krahosky here in the 10th. Joe came on as a pinch hitter and singled. And we'll do it again. That's in the right center. Larry Doby throws it in. The winning run is on. For Rizzuto, they play in at third. And Rizzuto, who is 0 for 4, will put one down. He squares. Hegan to first. The sacrifice worked. And it's 2-4. And now you got Krahosky, who was 4-game winning RBI on the year. And you got to think, you got to walk him. One out, you get the double play if you get to put the runner on first. And though they pitched to Krahosky, ground ball to third. Kennedy across the way, 2 out. So the winning run is on second. That's DiMaggio. Bobby Brown is 2 for 5. He has singled, doubled, and scored twice. The pitch. There's a base hit into right field. DiMaggio rounds third and scores. And the Yankees are at least playing a 155. They have a tie in the American League. Bobby Brown has walked it off. Joe DiMaggio scores. And that is half the pennant. The Yankees win this one 9-8. Joe Page is your MVP. He goes 3 clean innings, striking out 2. He goes to 9-3, 8 runs, 9 hits, an error for Cleveland. The Yankees 9 runs, 14 hits, and an error. Zoldak takes the hard luck loss. The base hit won it. Larry Doby a grand slam. Yogi Berra 3 for 5 with a home run. But Joe Page does what he has to do. And if you're looking ahead of the World Series, that's what the Yankees have that the other teams don't. A bullpen. Wow. All right, other games on this Sunday. Before we say goodbye to the live stuff for vacation, we'll let it play out, and I'm going to take a drink. Bunch of stuff on the 18th. But let's get the other meaningful games out of the way. So Cleveland and New York is our first live game back. Oh, I'm supposed to read these. Meaningful games. A good day to be a Brooklyn Dodger fan. The Phillies beat the Cardinals in St. Louis 2-1. Robin Roberts goes to 10-13. Red Munger goes to 13-7. Sisler 2 for 4. And I'm trying to read if I missed anything. There's a lot of notes in this one here. At Wrigley, the Dodgers beat the Cubs 6-3. Ralph Branca goes to 7-9. Dubiel goes to 4-9. Carl Furillo 2 for 4. His 24th of the year. He drives in 3. 3 doubleheaders that really don't mean much of anything. Philly beats the Browns 9-2 in Game 1 and 9-2 in Game 2. Pete Suter and Sam Chapman with big games in there. The Pirates sweep the Giants. The Pirates are eliminated. I think the Giants are now eliminated too. Gumbert wins Game 1 over Sheldon Jones. And Dixon beats Andy Hansen in Game 2, 11-10. Wally Westlake, 100 RBI. Pittsburgh walked 10 in the second game. They got 16 hits in the first. Doubleheader at Crossley. The Braves sweep the Reds 5-2 and 6-1. Vern Bickford and Johnny Sane with the wins. Anything there I should read? Cincinnati walked 11 in Game 1. Washington beat Detroit 4-3 and 10. Hayden 7-6. White goes to 0-1. Pat Mullen 2 for 5 with the triple. Red Sox beat the White Sox 7-3. Ellis Kinder finally pitching well, 11-13. Harry Gumford falls to 15-13. Vern Stevens, 2 for 4, is 34th of the year and drives in 3. And I think that is it. So you'll get some taped hockey while I'm gone, and I think Dave and I will tape an episode of Digital Dice while I'm gone. But for live stuff, the next one will be the night of July 5th. Monday night, it will either be a hockey game or a baseball game. And you won't know until we're there. I'm Ron Juckett. Thanks for supporting everything that I do. It is greatly appreciated. We'll see you a week from Monday night right here on Retro Sports Network. So long, everybody.